I met Mike quite a few years ago. He'd come to Hanford Swap. I met Grant not too long ago. They come down here and get parts and stuff to swap meet. Got to know him and stuff like that, and hung out with him and John Edwards and Scott Craig and a few others. Because being from Hanford, 5 years later, so I don't know, they started this show, Born Free. I didn't make it to the first one, but we went down to the second one. He started doing the invited builders and that sort of thing, and this year here he called me up and said, "Hey, you wanna do this deal?" I said, "Yeah." I knew if I did it that I had to step up. There's a lot of guys that are builders. There's a lot of guys that aren't builders but are builders. And all of them, I mean, regardless of their background or what they do, they might be a clothing expert, you know, but they build a bike as a builder for Born Free, and they all bring it to the table. So talking to a buddy, and he threw out some ideas and I threw out some ideas, and we started going back and forth, and next thing you know, within an hour of drinking at Hogs and Heifers, we had an idea. I wanted to build a panhead that was hung. The motor was completely hung like a Vincent. Transmission, no underframe, basically. We was gonna do dual SUs. I built a cam cover for dual mags already for another build I was building, and I completely took it off of there. The frame's 100% sheet metal, other than the seat post, which is tubing. But the reason I went sheet metal is to get the strength to be able to hang the bike, hang the motor. I knew these forks, the way they were made, prism, broke, they'd fit perfect. Had to make the pan top sticker and some other stuff, and I made a brake lever that was like filigree for the gold leaf style paint job I'm gonna do. Jeff and another buddy, he says, "Hey man, why don't you build a rear wheel like that?" And they added like 2 fucking weeks to my build, because like there's 18 hours of just grinding on that wheel. I hadn't seen really anybody do the second mag off the cam cover. Molded all this in and machined it all and set it up for a shovel head cam for like a Burkhardt, basically the same as a Burkhardt, but driven off that. Running a 2-into-1, that way you get that mean throaty sound. It's gonna be a lot of gold plating, a lot of chrome plating, a lot of paint, a lot of molding. So I made the lids out of 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch. And the whole frame basically is made out of 1/8 inch flat metal that I CNC plasma cut out. I don't know, I just thought that would give the painters a lot of area to do their work and also be strong, real strong to hold that motor. I wanted the oil tank and fender to be like kind of floating, no cross members. I wanted to build something that was radical, that could have came out of Fresno, could have came out of Central California. Being invited to Born Free, I would have to bring my area, you know, Central Valley style, kind of whatever, into what I was doing, you know. If you're gonna be invited to any kind of show there is, I think that's the one you'd want to be invited to. Where can you go and see that many choppers that are like badass in one day, you know? You can go to a lot of shows and see all these different bikes and stuff, but it's, I don't know, it's an experience. It's like a whole nother level. If there's no rules, then fuck it, there's no rules. You could take the bike, you know, with no guts. I don't give a fuck, there's no rules. But when you say it's gotta run, then, you know, that's why we're running dual carbs, dual mag, 5-inch stroke, to push us, not to, I mean, we could have played it safe and put a single carb, single mag, but we're trying to push ourselves along with raise the bar. If you think you're competing with other people, you're not competing at Born Free. You already fucking, if you got invited, you already won. You already made it to the circle, so after that point, it's just fun and games after that. People say, "Oh man, I hope you win." Fuck, I already won. I got invited.